Hey, what is up guys? Justin from Out of the Basement here, and today I'm going to be showing you my entire Steelbook Blu-ray collection. Only the Steelbooks this time. This will be all the Steelbooks for my entire collection. I started collecting Blu-rays around, I want to say 2014 or 2015, and this right here is actually my first Blu-ray purchase with the Jaws Blu-ray. But over the years I have amassed a sizable number of Steelbooks that I just wanted to show off today, and I'm also going to tell you guys what my favorite Steelbook is. Maybe we'll do a top 3 Steelbooks in my collection, and that'll be near the end of my video after I go over each one in detail. So these will be in alphabetical order. The first one is the Ridley Scott film Alien Covenant, the 2016 sci-fi film that was notoriously loved by me and underwhelming for everyone else, to say the very least, for Nate at least. On the back here we have the Xenomorph or Protomorph art, which I said in my review of this Steelbook that I wish that would have been the cover art, but when you open it up and you get these little ads on here, you do get a nice backdrop that was like the mosaic religious like painting. I forgot what that actual painting is called that it's mimicking, but like the art on the disc as well, it's a pretty good addition to my collection. Up next we have the Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 2 Steelbook, which I'm actually not a fan of the cover art for this Steelbook or the art on the back. It's kind of just meh, but the inside is pretty cool. Both of these discs have the same art, and if you take the discs out, you get a nice little profile of all of the cast members. Love Ash vs. Evil Dead, love Evil Dead in general, glad to have this. Up next is the dude, the Big Lebowski. I actually recently saw this film in my life about either 2 or 1 year ago, and I absolutely loved it. Great Coen Brothers movie. Watched it with Nate. Nate introduced me to it, and with the Big Lebowski, there's so many different variations of the Blu-ray. So I already use this digital code, so don't try to use it. Just a pretty plain, there's a little bit of art on the disc, but pretty plain background. The dude abides. Up next is Blade Runner 2049. I already went in depth, in detail in this in a video of an unboxing I did just a few days ago, so if you want to watch that, we do give away the digital code in that video. If you want to watch that, the link will be in the description. And I absolutely love this Steelbook. This is actually the 4K Blade Runner 2049 Steelbook that comes with the regular Blu-ray up here and then the 4K HDR Blu-ray. So yeah, we already gave this away too, so don't try to use that. There's a little bit of back art on there, but I'm just showing it off. And I do like the orange that's on the back. Up next is my second favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, and don't worry, my number 1 favorite is coming up down the list. I got that Steelbook as well, but this one is my second favorite Tarantino film. DiCaprio should have won Best Supporting Actor for this, for sure. Love the score, love everything about it. Completely plain in here besides some awesome disc art on the Blu-ray over here. In the back, it's just a nice shot of Jamie. Now, what we have here is actually one of my favorite films of all time. You could probably tell I'm a big Ryan Gosling fan, but I absolutely love Drive, and I really love this Steelbook. I love the classic 80s vibe with the hot pink that you get from this Steelbook. The front cover art is amazing. The back, you get your stripes and a little signature down here. And then you open it up, and you just get, minus this little thing, get that out of there, but you just get this vibrant, bright, pink color backdrop and disc art. So that's pretty cool. Next is an incredible film directed by Mel Gibson and starring Andrew Garfield and Vince Vaughn, and that would be Hacksaw Ridge. Love the art design that they chose to go for this Steelbook. It just looks absolutely epic. You get a shot of the mountain on the backside. Okay, now you open it so I can take out the digital code, but there's art on both discs. However, it is the same art. I mean, come on, just do a different art. And if you take out the discs, there is backdrop art. So, very satisfied with this Steelbook as well. Alright, remember earlier when I said my favorite Quentin Tarantino film was coming up in the list? This is it, The Hateful Eight, my absolute favorite Quentin Tarantino film, and probably one of my favorite films of all time as well. Love the Steelbook design. It's not a matte finish, which I do prefer, but it is a nice glossy, shiny. I love the colors that they chose and the art. The back art is one of the posters that they did. And when you open it up, you get the DVD, the Blu-ray, the digital code, which is conveniently hidden, thank you. And in the back, you do have like profile shots of every one of the Hateful Eight. Fantastic film. Up next, we have probably my least favorite movie that I own that is a Steelbook, and that would be The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. I got this film completely out of collecting purposes to complete the trilogy, and the art on the Steelbook is honestly very good. Better than the movie. Up next, we have another Ryan Gosling film and Emma Stone, and that would be La La Land, who notoriously didn't win Best Picture, but won plenty of other awards as well. And I honestly love the layout and design they used for this Steelbook. Everything just looks so good. Really loved the color scheme they went for this. Make sure that digital code is out there. I can't get that. Alright. And you get the regular Blu-ray art. And if you take out the disc, you get pretty much the same exact art, which, it's alright. Mad Max Fury Road is up next. A secret banger that I didn't think was going to be good. I hadn't seen any of the other Mad Max films, but then this movie came out and it just completely blew me away. So I had to pick up the Steelbook. This is probably one of the best art pieces from any of the Steelbooks that I own. It's probably going to make it on my top 3. Well, it is for sure 100% going to make it on my top 3. Spoilers. But what can I say? Absolutely love this film, and the Steelbook is so good. It's so colorful. Love everything about it. And, ooh, no art on the discs, but you do get backdrop art, which it's probably more important. Don't quote me there, though. Up next is The Matrix. I found this Steelbook at a used video store for like $3.99. And I just had to pick it up. Love the design they chose for it. It could be a little bit better. I would have chose a little more green, maybe more like cliche, like the Matrix art that you always see. But you do get some of that on the back there, like, well, that's what I meant, like all the code and stuff. And then you open it up, just plain, but there is disc art, so that's a plus. Speaking of used video store pickups, I found this one for like $7.99, $5.99, or something like that. That would be Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I almost read that as Tom Cruise Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, but that's not the title of the film. Every once in a while I do enjoy a Steelbook that's just promotional material, or this is like the teaser poster or the main poster. It's one of the posters, glossy finish, not a matte finish, and this is all just images, screenshots from the movie, well, or the promotional material. But you open it up, no disc art, but you do get like profile images of all the main cast. What's behind here, actually? Let's find out. Oh, it's the plane, the stunt. Yeah, alright. What can I say? I do enjoy the later Mission Impossible movies a lot more than the earlier ones. 3, 4, and 5 I think are the best ones. I don't really care much for 1 or 2. Up next is Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, which I actually got as a Christmas present from our good friend of the channel, Mike. And here's the back. I have never actually seen this film. I do understand its cultural significance. And there is disc art, which is really cool, and they're saying like hot pink back there. That's actually really cool. I didn't look on the inside of this yet, but awesome. Up next is Scarface, and I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not a real big fan of the comic booky Steelbook thing that some movie production companies will do. I do prefer when it's just a little more original instead of just making it look like a comic strip. But what can I say? It's a good movie. Slightly overrated, honestly, in my opinion. But, give me that code. Give me that code. Sorry, guys, I don't give away my personal digital codes, but a little bit of art on those discs. Other than that, it's pretty plain. Alright, you guys knew it was coming. Star Wars The Force Awakens. What can I say? What can I say? Awesome art that they chose to go with Kylo Ren. Slightly disappointing that they chose Captain Phasma, because she's, great character design, but the character herself, not that much. On the inside, I don't know if I ever gave this away, but I don't care. If you want that, I don't like when Disney, you have to go to their stupid website. I don't mess with any of that, but there is disc art on every single disc, and there is a backdrop art. So with Star Wars comes even more Star Wars, of course, and right here we have Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And I honestly really do like the simplicity of the art that they chose, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the movie. It was okay, but you know, it's Star Wars, so I have to get it. Love the stormtroopers. Open it up. Ooh, so many discs. Really like the disc art for the 3D one with Vader. The backdrop art is the profile shots of the main cast. The uninteresting main cast. Up next, we have Straight Outta Compton, and I think my opinion is slowly changing on this movie. I have not had the urge to watch it since I bought it, although it is a really cool design. And look at the back there, the main cast there, and I'm gonna take that out of there, and there is backdrop. God, alright, there is backdrop art of one of the concerts. Really love NWA. I think their music is actually some of the most important music in history in terms of free speech and just saying whatever you want and getting away with it. This movie, you know how sometimes movies grow on you? Well, this has kind of grown off me. And finally, my final Steelbook in my collection is True Grit, the original with John Wayne. I don't even know why I bought this. I think it was like $3.99 at Best Buy. $3.99, and I was like, $3.99 for like a Steelbook. I just, have to do that. But I've never even seen any John Wayne. I mean, I do like Westerns every once in a while, but like, I don't really, it's rated G, dude. But yeah, I don't really know why I own this. I've never seen it. I have no urge to watch it, but I have it. So there you go. Okay, I've narrowed it down. Don't worry, I'm working on it. Okay, I've narrowed it down to 5. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've narrowed it down. Number 3 is The Force Awakens. Number 2 is Drive. And number 1 is Mad Max Fury Road. Just because out of all the Steelbooks I have, that is the best art they could possibly do for that movie on that Steelbook. Because, just because it's a Steelbook doesn't mean they use the best art all the time. Sometimes the regular Blu-ray will have better art than the Steelbook, which is always a bummer because I always feel obligated to get a Steelbook. So taking that into account, these are my 3 favorite Steelbooks in my collection. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed that video, if you like talking movies, Blu-ray, Steelbooks, comics, action figures, all that nerdy nonsense, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like this video, check out all the links in the description, and we'll talk to you guys later. After I go, and then the backdrop art is oh, my voice cracked.